Trilogo card, it's the Ugnaught, and yeah, it's okay. I mean, the only thing is on this side the bubble is lifting just about from here downwards, and there's a little bit of an inward tear on the inside of the bit, but I mean I don't think the figure's ever been out of the packaging because it's sealed here, sealed there, and sealed at the top up to about there, so it's only lifting about that much. It's the blue smock, so there's a variation with this figure. There's a blue smock and there's a purple smock, or you know, this sort of bib thing he's wearing. Figure first came out on the Empire Strikes Back card. It's quite a nice looking figure. I mean, probably one of the less popular vintage figures, so probably certainly easier to find maybe, but I mean maybe loose because he's got this smock and this little toolkit that he might be a bit hard to find complete unless you buy loose graded. Great image on the card, so you can see the Ugnaught working on Bespin, preparing the carbon freezing chamber. 3 logos, Star Wars, English, Spanish and French, 5 languages at the top, age warnings, and quite a nice looking figure. Ugnaught, made in Hong Kong. Card, it says collect all 70, so you can see all 79 figures though. 2 are blacked out, those 2 are Lumat and Paplu, and then we've got all the figures. Let's see where we can see. Ugnaught is number 34. Then we've got information, the names of the figures, the information about all the different European distributors. Card's got a bit of a crease there. So it looks like this is what caused the bubble to lift in the corner. It's a real shame. Nice looking figure though. Look at the Ugnaught, you can see it's got sort of greenish grey hair, 2 little tusks, piggy nose, little black eyes, greeny grey eyebrows, pinkish tone to the flesh, grey undersuit, and then the blue smock, and then his little toolbox. So this is the first version ever of the Ugnaught. It came out in 1980-81. I think it's the second wave of Empire Strikes Back figures, and the main variation is this can be found with a purplish tone. I think that's a lot rarer than the blue. Nice looking figure, and yeah, shouldn't be too difficult to track down an Ugnaught. Cool looking figure. I got him on a Palitoy card a few years ago. It was quite expensive for that. It's a lot cheaper. Okay, so that's your 3 logo Ugnaught. This 2-pack Powder Force Ugnaught set in the summer for about £2-3, and this is the Ugnaught. I think these 2 are the same. These 2, the Trilogo version is this version, but they've done a so much superior sculpting job. But you can see in the picture that it is that character. But this shows you that in 97, 98 how good the sculpting was getting. I mean, look at the head sculpt on that figure. This one's not bad. You've got 2 figures for the price of 1. I better answer the phone. So I really like these 2 Power of the Force 2 figures. They're getting on in age, about how many years? 18 years old now, but the sculpt's definitely there. I mean, especially that Argonaut's there, the head sculpt's top notch. And overall this one just looks the business. And this one's not bad. Because he's a bit smaller, they couldn't get so much detail in. But this one just kicks ass, man. So these two figures I highly recommend if you can find them cheap. I think the 2009 versions will be a lot more expensive. I wish I'd bought them at the time, but you know, there's also the vintage version as well, which will be, out of vintage figures, he's not too expensive, depending on what cards he's on. But you know, but I love this little piggy face, and then this one here. And I love like the detailing on the gloves. Just this figure, he's not going to be able to do much in terms of posing, but just for displaying looks great. And then this one's not bad as well. So the two together just look great. You've got some old Besbin figures, you can just make a nice little, you know. I forgot what I was saying because I had 20 minutes on the phone just now. So so this is the Powder Force. I think it's 98 these two figures came out, and then you've got the Trilogo here, which is the vintage figure, really nice. 3 logos, and then really like this one. Great sculpting on this figure. I did a review of this recently, so you can check that one out. And you can see that this comes with a what do you call it? You can see the thing there, the freeze frame. Nice look at the Trilogo Ugnaught from 1983-84. Great looking figure from a long time ago. Ugnaught, made in Hong Kong. Really nice looking figure. Great sculpting on this figure for the time. Nice, you can really see how good the little toolbox box looks. Great card image, and yeah, not bad. And back of the card. Good look at the Argonauts, the actual figure. This blue smock, white toolbox, Lucasfilm 1983, Argonaut, made in Hong Kong. So you can focus nicely on the figure. Little piggy nose. I mean, I like modern Star Wars, but vintage for me is always going to be my favourite. Okay. So it's your Trilogo Argonaut from 83-84 on a reasonable card. Cheers, bye.